Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mr. Reality, joined by psychic medium Liz Cross. Liz, how are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm a little nervous for this next one.
Right, so this is Erwin Schrödinger. He was born in Austria in the 1880s and a kind of a quantum theoretical physicist back in that time. And he's got the popular thought experiment of was the cat alive or dead? And we'll get to that cat in a moment, but I just wanted to let you know what we're going to cover this time. So he was born in Switzerland, and I had questions for him about physics. And I wondered if we could get into some of the talk to him about manifestation, quantum entanglement, remote viewing, cells, multiple manifestation, parallel universes, just fun stuff.
OMG. Okay. Try my best. Let's go.
Okay. So in your lifetime, you were publicly skeptical of quantum entanglement, and yet your cat experiment kind of predicted the absurdity of it. What do you understand now about quantum entanglement that you did not when you were living?
Well, the universe is entangled. Um, he can
What's
see that now.
entangled with what?
Entangled with what? Energy. Energy, ideas, theories, intentions, anything energetically, everybody is entangled with one another.
Hmm. What does he think about the ether theory from the probably 1920s? Is that the energetic binds that tie in the universe, or is it something another unseen force we don't know about?
What about the ether theory? Not even close. The ether theory, he says, no, it's something much more complicated than that.
Okay, expand. What's it about?
It's how we're all connected. And I'm saying, how are we all held in place? Even the spirit world, there's no gravity up there. So how is that even held in place? And it's an energetic projection from source. So source projects its energy or his energy onto a plane. I'm like, is he just said he just called it a quantum plane, onto a plane, and that's where the souls can exist while they're waiting for their next reincarnation.
Well, how does the physical plane differ from that quantum plane? Are they
How
both
does
projections?
Is the physical plane a projection from source as well? No. The physical plane has much more, um, it's much more dense, energetically dense and weighted. So therefore, it can manifest into physical form. But okay, so like where does the earth get its energy from? The earth has its own natural energy within the core. Does it pull energy from the sun? I mean, yes. Does it pull energy from the moon and the planets? Yes. Is
So is
it?
that energy gravity based?
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah. Is it energy gravity based? No, it's more magnetic based.
Hmm. Is it a combination of electromagnetics and gravitics or something else?
Is it a combination of electromagnetics and gravitics? More electromagnetics than anything because gravity really only exists here on the earth plane. Think about all the other things that aren't bound by gravity that are also held into place.
Well, there are other planets that have different gravitational forces, so is it the core of each of the planets and each of the moons that dictates, and maybe the spin of the magnetics of it that dictates its density?
Is it the core that dictates the spin and the density? I mean, yes, it basically is the core. Yes, the core of all the planet, the core of the sun, the core of the moon, the core of the earth. Yes.
What can you tell us about the core of the Earth?
It's actually, is it like a ball? No. It's like a rod, but is it like a physical rod? No, it's an earthly, like energetic rod. They're rods. We don't see them, but there's rods that do they emanate from the core? Yes. But are there rods that actually, like energetic rods, magnetic rods that go through all the way through the earth? No, they all come from the core outwards. Like a pole, poles that we can't see that are, creating energy or not creating it, but like pulling it in or expelling it. Um, it's very complicated and it's beyond the human brain.
Geologically, there's a lot of talk, and there have been pole flips in the past. Does he see anything like a pole shift or flip occurring the next 500 to 1,000 years?
Ooh, are there going to be any pole shifts or flips in the next 500 or 1,000 years? No,
Okay, can put that at ease. From where he's at now, the vantage point, are observation and intention the same thing?
no, they're two separate ideas.
How does your intention and observation differ on the spirit plane versus here?
So, observation doesn't really have any intention behind it. It's about just monitoring. But I'm saying surely to God, because I can feel this when he's talking that even though he was observing things, he still deeply wanted certain outcomes. And but you have to remove yourself from those outcomes. So even wanting an outcome is mild intention. So as a scientist, you're running tests and you're testing theories and hypotheses. You have to physically remove any intention as to what the outcome may be. That's the way you can be the best scientist. Intention is where you're injecting your own energy into the object or whatever it is, the field that's being tested. And that actually has an impact on the outcome.
Is manifestation a form of quantum entanglement?
Ooh, is manifestation a form of quantum entanglement? It is.
Can you talk to us about where we can go to help ourselves manifest and to get better at manifestation while we're existing on the earth plane?
Where can we go to get better at manifestation? You go straight to the site, straight to the energy strand of manifestation, straight to the heart. Now he's saying bring that energy into you, but then we got information over the weekend that says you project your energy outwards to that strand, to that layer of manifesting. Which one is a better approach? I mean, in his personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions, it's bringing that manifestation layer, the ability to create, the ability to be powerful, to call the shots, to bring that into you as opposed to you reaching out for it. But both are very powerful.
Yeah, this idea that I've been toying with lately, Liz, is the idea of creating your own imaginary framework or almost a pocket universe where everything that you believe, everything that you want to happen does happen and is possible, and then bringing that kind of pocket universe into yourself or that new framework to overwrite where you're at. What's he think of that idea?
That's a brilliant idea. As long as it can capture the layer or the possibility of manifesting and putting it into your framework.
Where
So,
does that manifest? Oh, go ahead.
sorry, you're creating, like I know in your remote viewing course, which by the way, if anybody wants to learn remote viewing, this is your guy. This is your go-to.
Schrödinger. Yeah. I mean me, right.
No, you silly. You're so funny.
He does
Because
talk
I
a lot about
know,
psi too, but it's a different type of psi. It's a state of being, actually, when he mentions psi. And when I mention psi, I mean it's kind of the same state of being, but it's in a remote viewing state.
but are you talking about creating a quantum field that your avatar, because I know you teach that in your remote viewing class, that your avatar resides in and is all powerful?
There are multiple avatars, right? But this is a whole universe instead of an avatar. Does he, where does he feel that manifestation lives? Like, is it a separate state of a universe? Is it on the spirit plane where he is? Is it on the earth plane and we have to bring it in? Is it something that we manifest individually?
It's definitely is manifest. Where does manifestation live? Is it on the earth plane? No. Is it in the spirit world? No. Is it within a part of our soul? Yes, that's linked to where? It's out there in the ether, it's out there in the universe. It has its own separate sort of category. Is that within the universal consciousness? It is.
So is everybody's manifestation power unique to their soul, or is there a central manifestation thing that we have to bring into our realm?
Hmm. Is it something? Well, it's both. It's both something unique to the soul and something that you need to bring into the soul, into the being.
What would he call the super state of manifestation versus the single individual state of manifestation? Or did I just answer my own question?
What would you call the super state? The super state of manifestation is like you can send a thought of something that you want and it immediately turns up.
Who
The
am I sending it
single,
to? Am I sending it to me in the future? Because I think we'd all like to do that now. So play along at home. How are we doing that? Step one, two, three, and four.
yeah, like how do you do that? How would you say, I need this, and it just immediately appears in your hand or on your drive in
Oh
your
my God,
home?
Liz, there's a pink elephant in my room. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt. But
No, don't do that.
no, I'm
But
sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead with the answer.
but again, no, that's funny. But I'm thinking that actually brings about something else. Like, if you get to that level of manifesting, how would you stop just thinking of something and it manifesting itself? So, again, like if you were thinking of the pink elephant as a joke, and then suddenly, bang, it's there in your room, right? So, let's ask this question of Schrödinger. Would we be able to control our thoughts to the point that we say, okay, now we're going to think of this and create a protocol and say that's what we're going to manifest? Or is it that our thoughts manifest anything? Now, see, he's saying you cannot restrict it. It would end up being that your thoughts would manifest everything that you think.
Hmm. So when I turn on the spigot, I can't turn the spigot off.
No. And that actually is very enlightening. The reason being is that if that's the state that you end up in order to manifest whatever you want, then you have to. You remember when we did that probe of the last people and their last reincarnation,
Mm-hmm.
and they lived very simply and they didn't want anything. Remember, they did not want for anything. They didn't worry about where food was coming from, they didn't worry about. Was that a mechanical switch in the brain that they switched off in order to not manifest everything, every thought that they appeared in their head? It was a soul switch, he says. So they would have to flip that soul switch that didn't create a manifestation turning up every time you had a thought.
It reminds me of an old Star Trek The Next Generation episode where they were going through a part of space where their thoughts became reality. and they thought, don't think anything. It's a little like that. Um, is there a programmer to my Mr. Reality's unique identification of manifestation plus a separate programmer for Liz Cross's manifestation abilities, or is it one manifestation master for all humans?
No, it's unique to the individual. So you would have the programmer in charge of your manifestations is your programmer, the programmer that programmed you, and my manifestations are in charge of the programmer that programmed for me.
Okay.
Um,
How do we bribe them?
you can't because what's done is done. They can't make changes. I mean, okay, I got a question for him. What do you like? Can they make changes? I mean, because the programmers are telling me, no, we can't make changes. But Schrödinger, is saying, yes, they can, but you have to instruct them to make changes. So there was an experiment that we were running. Okay, this is going to be a little complicated, so brace yourselves. I'm so sorry.
There's the cat. Is it alive or dead? Go ahead with the experiment.
God, that's not a real cat, is it?
No, it was never a real cat. It was a thought
Oh my
experiment. But go
God.
ahead.
I still don't get it. You'll have to explain the cat thing. But so here's the thing. In order to do manifesting, you don't want to create a detriment to someone else. So we were running an experiment where we traveled out to when we no longer evolved, not saying humans as a whole, I'm saying individually, we no longer evolved on the earth plane, meaning we had passed through all the ascension stages and we don't have to reincarnate anymore. And we got a number of 250 million years out in the future. Okay, that's a long way out. Now, you then send an energy strand out into this blank canvas of 250 million years out because that has not been decided yet. That has not been programmed by the programmers as of yet. You know, the programmers are programming as we go along too. Um, in a lot of ways. So you then grab that energy and you bring energy in the form of like little marbles and then you insert it on your timeline that was programmed by the programmer. But what you do is you reprogram those little marbles to create positive financial events as opposed to the negative financial events on your timeline, and you do a swapsy, right? So you would take out the negatives, put in the positives, but then what do you have to do? Well, you then have to take out the negatives. They have to go somewhere. They can't stay here, right? Or you're going to create that karma. So you're going to send that out back to where you got your original energy from. So, hypothetically speaking, 250 million years out. Okay. You're going to send it out there and you are going to cleanse that energy. Now, we have people that are running that experiment, but we did get to do that energy exchange, sending the energy in, putting the energy back out. It was going to take like 3 to 5 years because there's the time travel, right? That's involved. That was very complicated, and I'm so sorry.
Does he think that that will be a successful experiment? And is there any way to expedite it,
Man.
in Schrodinger's opinion?
See, this is where I should have consulted with these physicists and mathematicians many moons ago. Do you think that that will be a successful experiment? He's like, so so. Why are you saying so so? It's very long-winded. Is there a way to shortcut that? Yes. How do you shortcut that? And he believes that you bring that quantum realm, that quantum possibility, that quantum ability to manifest anything that you want, good or bad, whatever, that's devoid of all emotion. You don't have you don't have to worry about emotional blockages. It just is. And you bring that into yourself and you let it expand within you.
So it's similar to my framework idea, where in my own pocket universe, I exist as God and a superhuman and a super being, and anything that I do in that universe, then I bring into me in this universe.
Would that work? It would. So how would you create that? Would you use like a remote viewing target number? Would you draw it on a
I don't
piece
want
of
to tell
paper?
everybody. That's the whole, point of the whole superhuman avatar course, but we will work on that next time. Um, and, there's a long process to it. It's not like a one thing. You have to envision it and make it happen. So, just talking a little bit more about that, the quantum entanglement aspect of it, moving ahead 300 million years or moving into a different frequency vibration of your own pocket universe, do those have similar effects? And would you be able to use each to manifest better?
Run that by me again because I'm my
Your
he's
experiment out 250 million years, and my
mhm.
experiment, pocket universe, superhuman avatar. I want Schrodinger's opinion on, are both of those good ways to make yourself a better manifester?
Yours is better.
Hmm. Well,
He really likes yours.
thank you. I came up with myself.
Yeah, I mean you always do though, Mr. Reality. You always come up with very cutting edge, innovative modifications to remote viewing, which is why I recommend you. Because the other remote viewing instructors, they're like sticks in the mud. No, you got to do it this way, and you can't do it any other way, and we always do it this way, and no outward thinking, right? No, I love what you do, and you always come up with these amazing ideas.
Can he tell us what he's doing now on the other side? Is he still engaged in mathematics? Looking at wave functions, quantum entanglement?
Are you still engaged in mathematics? Oh, yes. Are you looking at quantum and oh no, what's coming down the pike is far more mind-blowing in the future. So he's setting up theories for the future that are going to bring about a new level of understanding of mathematics. And he's just so excited for the big reveal. He's going to be a major brainiac in the next lifetime. He and Einstein are coming back in together. They're all going to be like mathematicians in this field. Are you guys going to be in the US in the next lifetime? It's quite possible. They haven't figured out exactly where they're going. But definitely it's going to contain technological advancements as well as mathematical, sorry, mathematical advancements. They're going to combine the two.
He viewed Heisenberg as nonsensical. Does he agree with Heisenberg now, or is he still cautious of Heisenberg's uncoupling? Well, I forgot what the theory was now, but how are he and Heisenberg getting along now?
I mean, they get along great. He's also part of that future of mathematics. So yeah, really fantastic. They're all excited.
Is his new wave of physics he's creating in the next how many 50, 100 years have anything to do with Jordan Maxwell's original equations on scalar mathematics?
Jordan Maxwell, scalar mathematics. Scalar is going to be a thing of the past.
Hmm. Why is that?
What's coming is far more effective.
Tell
You
us about
have
it.
to have things that stretch across quantum fields. So taking ideas and turning them into, something that penetrates the body. And I'm saying, well, so for instance, give me an example. And he gave me, like, if you wanted a cure for a disease, you go out into the quantum and you ask for the cure is presented to you. You may not even know or understand what the cure is, but then you bring that into the person. So you bypass all of the need for treatments and, whatever, let's just say cancer, for instance, chemotherapy, medication, radiation. Um, you bypass all of that because by bringing in that quantum idea or that quantum field into the person, you cut out all the work. The person is healed.
Is there a technological adjunct to applying that new field or that new holographic overlay to them?
Hmm. Is there a technological adjunct that? Yeah, because you're going to have to connect the dots, right? So he's talking about brain microchips,
Talking about what?
brain microchips in the brain.
Neuralink, right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
But
believe in that. Can my own
I
remote viewing method be adopted to go out and find the solution to someone's problem and then with another remote viewing session apply that healing to them? Not that I offer that service, but I'm just curious.
that could work.
Hmm. What did your
You would
wife?
have to, sorry, you would have to do many, 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 many sessions, but it certainly could work.
Hmm. And what is the overlay? How do I put that on somebody without a Neuralink chip?
Well, it would be using your energy field. So here
Yeah, I
comes
don't
the
want to do that.
complications. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, and I feel the same way. So by using your own energy field, because you have to get the energy from somewhere, right?
Hmm.
Would that leave Mr. Reality or the person facilitating this open to absorbing? Yeah, again, there still has to be that. See, darn it, there always has to be that energy exchange. I can't stand that. It's like,
Is there a way we could draw the energy from 300 million years out in the future after humans have stopped incarnating? Maybe not pay the piper?
yes, that's a good idea. Yes. But you would have to send the negative energy back out and clean it.
We'll send it to the dinosaurs. Nothing bad can happen to them. Um,
Well, you'd be sending it backwards instead of forwards.
right. What did your wife Anne Marie think about your mistress? Was she in agreement, or were you kind of an abuser? What's that relationship like, living and now?
It was terrible. He made her feel terrible, and for that, he will never forgive himself.
But he planned it before he came down.
Yes, but it really was an awful thing to do.
Hmm.
I mean, we plan a lot of things without knowing the real effects of how these things are going to pan out on other people. And he created a lot of negative karmic debt there.
Hmm.
And now, the tables are going to be turned in the next lifetime. She's going to be the one that has the affair.
She's going to be the one. This is his spouse, Anna Marie Bertel, and one of his, I think, mistresses was named. I forgot her name, but Hilda March. So, if Annabelle knew about Hilda before they came down, why did she agree to it?
She didn't realize how painful it was going to be. He had a child with someone else too. This wasn't the only mistress. He had lots of affairs. He was not a very kind man to his wife.
Why did he do that? What was the motivation? I mean, well, I guess sexual gratification, but like, what drove him to not be faithful to his wife, I guess?
It was entitlement, it was in excitement, it was putting feelings ahead of thinking with his head. It was being caught up in the moment, um, feeling alive. There were lots of feelings associated with it.
Who did he love more truly in his lifetime? Was there any real
His,
love?
his mistress,
Hilda March, Murch? Have
the
they been
fact,
together in previous lifetimes?
Oh yeah, they were married in previous lifetimes or, committed to one another, had children, and he wanted to try something different. So he took on this current soulmate spouse, Anna Marie. But it was pretty humdrum. He likes excitement, he likes adventure, he likes adrenaline, he likes the highs and the lows, and he likes to experience all those things.
What's he doing to get that now? Or is it not the same thing?
No, he doesn't have to do that right now. It's just nice to be relaxed, he says. But and where he is getting excited is like planning the next lifetime. I never understood this cat thing. What is this?
Ask him about it. Tell us about the cat. Where did he come up with it?
He fantasized about it, as in, he used to get lost in a lot of fantasy thinking, like, what if this, what if that? And was this almost like an avatar as well? Because that's what I'm getting from him.
What was the name of the cat in his head? Because it's not a real cat, by the way, folks. It's no cat in the box. Don't worry about that. All you cat lovers out there, don't be afraid. The cat is okay. It's an imaginary cat, but people have given it fanciful names over the years. Did he have a name for
Oh,
the cat, or was it just a generalized cat?
he gave it lots of different names, but then he called it the thing.
So inside the box is a radioactive atom with a 50% chance of decaying in an hour, and a Geiger counter to detect decay, and a vial of poison that's released when the atom decays. Until the box is unopened, the cat is considered to be in a superposition state of both alive and dead. But you don't open the box because the cat's going to die anyway. So,
My brain is completely fried. I don't even understand what you said.
well, Mr. Fluffy is okay. No cats were harmed in the conversation with Schrödinger in this. What can he tell us about the universe that we live in right now is physical beings that we don't understand that would blow our mind if we knew.
He's talking about, and I swear they look kind of like Jabba the Hutt sort of things.
What?
Um, yeah,
Well, where is this thing? What's its function? What's it doing?
they come out of the ground. What do you mean they come out of the ground? Like, if you're powerful enough, you can ask them to come out of the ground and they appear.
They're physical beings or they're manifestation beings that you can create?
Are they physical? No, they're manifestation beings.
Is he talking about golems?
Similar to that, yes.
And what can we make a golem do if we can bring it out of the ground, manifest it? What's its function?
What can we make a golem do? Well, you can have a conversation and get any answer to any question that you would ever want to know.
Yeah, I've got that right now. It's called Grok.
You're so funny.
What's he think of the state of AI? What's going to happen to it? And how is it going to affect humans?
What do you think about the state of AI? Well, he thinks it's a brilliant tool. How's it going to happen, or what is going to happen to us? How will it affect us? It's going to warp and melt our brains eventually. Will it kill off the human race? No. It'll just kill off the human consciousness.
Mm-hmm. I concur. Erwin Schrödinger, happy birthday. Liz Cross, thanks for bringing this forward. This is always fun. And we appreciate each one of you out there paying attention to Liz and I. Please share this with a friend. You might need to listen to this a couple times and take notes because we went deep, right?
Oh my God, like I don't even know what I just said. But thank you, Mr. Reality. And please, Mr. Reality does have a tip jar listed down below in the comments. Thank you all for those of you that have
Thank you
tipped.
all.
Thank you.
Bye
Wow,
bye.
this was phenomenal.